Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, first and foremost, shout out to y'all for always keeping me updated on certain things, because if it wasn't for y'all, a lot of things would slip by me. But most of the times people want to hear our opinion on certain topics, so here we are. Now today we got King Yella. King Yella is calling out social media and others for making fun of him and FBG Butta for crying publicly and getting scrutinized for it, but he says that when GHerbo cried on camera publicly, nobody said anything to him. So he pretty much said that people love to pick and choose who they got malice for when it comes to certain things, hinting that they only see a problem with him and FBG Butta crying because of the side that they're on. He also went on to say that it's even certain songs he hears from certain artists that he knows is trash, but the people be in the comments swearing that it's hard. He also feels that if the other side was to make the same type of music as him and the guys, it would get more recognition, but it's the fact that it's coming from them that makes people not really want to rock with it. Now, if y'all want to see the full video of what King Yella had to say, y'all can go to his YouTube page and check the full video out on there. Now, first and foremost, we're going to speak about the music aspect and then get into the crying part afterwards. When it comes to the music, people are going to rock with whoever they want to rock with, right? Now, do I feel that maybe the GDs have somewhat been blackballed in the music industry? Of course. There's no doubt about it. No one in the industry is going to sit there and make friends with you knowing that you got beef with Lil Durk. This is because Lil Durk is already an established artist in the game from Chicago, so they're not going to risk their relationship with him for a new up-and-coming rapper that hasn't made as much noise. But knowing that you're sort of blackballed doesn't mean that you never will make it. You just have to go a little harder at what you're doing. If you know that there's a slight chance that you might be a little blackballed in the industry based off who your ops are, you're just gonna have to go a little harder. Make more music, make better music. The good thing about it is that we live in the age of social media. It's not like back in the day where if you got blackballed, you're screwed because you had to depend on your relationships and the radio station in order to be heard. We live in an era where you really don't even need anybody to get hot or make money off your music. You just have to have a hot song and social media will do the rest. These days, labels don't even want an artist that they have to fix up anymore because they're looking for artists that already have a strong social media presence and that's already flowing. So if you have good music or you just have a good song, you could blow up via TikTok or YouTube. So I think the blackball conversations are getting old because the music industry isn't ran by the same people the same way anymore. For instance, look at GHerbo. That GD anthem got him on tour with Kanye West. That one song literally put him in the door and got him on an album with Kanye West performing in arenas. So once again, even if you're blackballed, you could still find your way into the music industry or profiting off your music because it's different avenues for people to find you. NBA YoungBoy says he was blackballed for a minute, but whether he was or not, he's doing numbers on YouTube alone where he don't even need a label neither. So when it comes to the blackball stuff, yes, it do exist, but my point is that it's nothing that you can't circumnavigate around. Now, let's speak on the whole crying stuff. Like I stated earlier, King Yella says that people are being choosy and want to pick and choose who they troll based off the same things that they do. Whereas everyone's always trolling them, but let others do the same things and get away with it. Now, one thing Yella is good at is making a point with one thing and trying to spin it as if he made a point with the whole conversation. That's like manipulation 101. And I say that because as he spoke on him and FBG Butta and GHerbo crying, he stated that people act like men aren't allowed to cry in public. He also stated that crying is good for you and these guys have been through a lot of pain, so sometimes they have to cry. They need to cry. And once again, he makes a good point because when you're trying to be overly tough and keeping all that pain, it can kill you. No, literally, it can kill you. It causes stress, cancer, heart attacks, all types of unhealthy conditions when you're harboring pain and depression. However, him, Butta, and GHerbo crying are totally different, and I'll explain. GHerbo, for one, seemed like when he was doing the interview, he was a little intoxicated. He was drinking, and we visibly seen that he was clearly a little, not GHerbo-ish, right? Not only that, but GHerbo cried during an interview while he was speaking to the father of little Greg, who he identifies as his little brother. I think that made the conversation a little more deep, opposed to him having a conversation with someone he doesn't even know. And once again, you can't forget that he was drinking. Honestly, I feel no one else would have been able to get that type of emotion out of Herb, but the fact that he had to talk to the father of someone who he identifies as his little brother and probably see his brother's face in the father's face is just a different demographic, right? Herb didn't take a camera and record himself crying as he looked into the camera. You see the difference? Now, I'm not sure about Butta crying. I must have forgot about that video, or it slipped my mind, or whatever. But when it comes to King Yella, the video of him crying seemed like it was for the video. It didn't seem genuine, and I think that's why social media clowned him for it. There's plenty of people who've cried publicly that haven't got flack for it, but it's mainly because of how it happened. And I think who you are as a person plays a very huge role as well. And that's the thing, when people perceive you as a certain way, no matter what you do, they're always going to clown you because they've labeled you a clown. And I'm not just speaking solely in reference to King Yella, I'm speaking in general. And King Yella have gave himself a bad reputation on the internet, whereas anything he do, people are ready to clown him over it because of how they perceive him. Plus, nobody took him serious about it because in the video of him crying, he was talking about guys need to stop because they don't understand what they put people through, the violence is senseless and it needs to end. But a few months later, he made the song Famous Rats. So it's like, it's one big contradiction, and that's how people are going to continue to judge you. GHerbo was doing an interview and started crying while talking about his brother, and it hit him while he was talking, so he couldn't control it. But in Yella's case, he recorded himself, which is already, looked like he was already crying before he started recording. So imagine crying and then taking out your phone and pressing record to cry. It's kind of weird. I don't know. But anyway, Chicago Wave made a post about King Yella comparing himself to crying with GHerbo and FBG Butta, and No Limit Cairo jumped in the comments with something to say, and King Yella responded. Cairo would take to the comments to say, quote, "I was with you when you cried, 100 emoji, but you still a goofy though on GD." Yella would respond by saying, quote, "Yeah, you was. The crazy part, you was crying with me. Damn, that's sad." Cairo replied, "I love you, son." So that's pretty much it. I want y'all to jump in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think King Yella crying was the same as GHerbo or not? And do you think the other side get flack just for them being who they're affiliated with or being who they are, whatever the case may be? Y'all jump in the comments, let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.